some place to be. Yeah. One city, one country, one state. Some place to be, nobody. Some place to be. Some place you wouldn't know, probably. Yeah. If Chappelle moved to Ghana to find his peace and I'm rolling where the servants always roaming, I'm packing my bags and going. It's a challenge in that. It's a balancing act. Visit beautiful places, it's more out here than the trap. Houses in Long Island, they always found them. House in the South, a nigga barely got out. Sunny LA, remember calls with Dr. Dre. He told me, don't let the palm trees fool you, nigga, be safe. Me and my higher self, we often would speak. Somehow we lost the connection, might be the Joshua tree. And it's been bothering me. Too many wavy women, gotta log out of IG. Can't be my age, the image. No kidding. It's hard to move like a civilian. I write the truth, cause I live it, not like you musical niggas. We did it big and they biggest. They rather shoot than write tickets. What it feel like to go get it, what it feel like to go miss it. In one city, one country, one state. Some place to be, nobody. Some place to be. Some place you wouldn't know, bro.
Peace and love, wonderful Black Hot Fire family. Welcome to the Africa Today Show on the Black Hot Fire Network Media for the 21st century. This is the 24th day of the month of November, the year 2021. I want to welcome each and every one of us to yet another wonderful broadcast where we get together and, of course, talk about issues affecting us as a Black people globally with the goal of really adding value to these particular conversations. And therefore, I would like to also invite your engagement on the chat. You can also drop us your comments on some of these issues that we raise and share on the Black Hot Fire Network. Feel free to engage with us. We are also on our official network, which is www.blackhotfire.com. And I hope that you have also signed up on the network as well. If you haven't, or if you are joining us on the show for the very first time, you are actually in the right place. And we hope that you build with us, and we hope that you also engage with us on these different
How's
issues.
anybody yet, Spikes? Everybody get ready for their Thanksgiving dinner, Spikes. They cooking, they doing the damn things. Ain't nobody up in the building. Everybody ready to celebrate white genocide, baby.
Everybody is out there busy trying to get that turkey on the table and everything else.
Trying
And
to get the turkey, the stuffing, the
mm,
collard greens, the sweet
mm,
potato pies, the
mm,
cheesecakes, the red velvet cakes, the rest of all that stuff that
mm,
goes with it. Shit.
mm.
Move over,
That's
baby.
why.
I'm coming through. Traffic is terrible down here in Destin, Florida. Everybody going to these stores and everybody in the way. Look at this. I got to get back to the house, damn it. Come on.
It's looking crazy. I hope that you're staying safer on the road there. But I think this is what everyone is up to, the Thanksgiving and getting ready
This
with
the
the
most
chicken. I
this
was
the
just
most
getting
travel season. This the most travel day in America, Spikes. Most travel
mm,
day in America. This day right here is the most
mm.
travel day in America. This is
And I
it.
think someone was saying the other day, I think I was also saying the other day that we do not even have black holidays, And I would agree with them. Like
Is that
a true.
you have Martin Luther King holiday, you bastards. That's your black holiday.
That was Zoe who was saying the same. I was just echoing the words of Zoe was saying that they are not true, real black holidays. Everything is either pagan or either just a fallacy or that you're given and you're told, okay, this is a black holiday, you need it. This is what you get. And then you're given. They would come up with something and try and make it seem like as if it has anything to do with you.
You got
Well, as a
you
black
got
people, there's
you
not
got
really anything.
Coon King holiday. Coon
Mm,
King. We gotta celebrate the Coon King. He's
mm.
Coon King.
I think there
Hey,
was also another holiday that was given recently. I can't remember which holiday that was given recently,
was it gonna be
and that
Juneteenth? Did they make that a holiday? I don't
yeah,
know.
Juneteenth.
Juneteenth
Yeah,
Day.
I think that is a Juneteenth. Yeah, I think that is a Juneteenth, and that
Did they,
another
I don't know if
thing
they make
on.
that a holiday or not. Right? They gotta pass a bill and a law, all that. But I think they all say yeah because it don't give black people nothing. It's symbolistic nonsense.
Mm,
Juneteenth. Hey, this to celebrate when you Negroes are still in slavery and
mm.
everybody was free in the country, and they came to you and you found out months later on Juneteenth that you were free. Hey, this is a holiday. What?
It was actually passed. The bill was passed in that was in
Okay,
June 16th. I
okay,
remember it was passed in June 16th, and
all
we
right,
talked
yes.
about it. The Democrats
It's a
was the
it's a way to give
Democrats were.
black people. It's a way to give black people absolutely nothing. Here you go, Negroes. This gives you absolutely nothing. Takes away from doesn't take anything away from white power. Gives black people nothing. Go ahead.
Mm.
But another day to go out and
A
get
whole lot
drunk.
of symbolism.
Let me get fucked up.
Yeah.
Black people like to drink alcohol and do shit
but
that's not constructive. Go ahead, Spice.
uh, but now you people black people who go back to Biden or the Bidens the Democrats and say, what did you give us? And you'll be told, we gave you Juneteenth, which is your special holiday, but you gave every other people a protection bill. The Asians gave every other people the things they wanted. But then
They
again,
gave
for
them
black
money.
people, you will be told, yeah, they gave them money to move from their bad situation or from their to better to better their situation. But anything else, you'll find people being given
They
symbolism.
get
This is your day now.
they
You
get
can have
black
this.
they get black people. Hey, go kick rocks, Negroes. What you get? Get out of our face. We gave
But
we gave you
but
we
yeah.
gave you Obama. That was your we gave you Obama shit. Now go away.
Do the Indians also that were massacred and the genocide that was against the Indians? Do they also make a fuss over these at Thanksgiving? Do they also celebrate
Nah, they don't
these
celebrate that
Thanksgiving as well,
shit.
or they know what happened with?
No. No, they of course they know what happened. They don't
Hmm.
celebrate. You won't go to no Indian reservations in America and find them celebrating this shit when they land got stolen and they got wiped out. That's not a celebration for them.
These of course. This, of course, was the 1637 Pequot massacre, in which the present day Groton, Connecticut, over 700 men, women, and children of the Pequot tribe gathered for their annual Green Corn Festival, which is now Thanksgiving celebration. And the women and children over 14 were sold into slavery, while the rest of them were murdered. But
they fed the white people, then the white people came back and shot them in the head. Put them into slavery.
That is
they're a weaker race. They died. They put them into slavery. Yeah, for them feeding them spikes and letting them survive. The white man say, "Thank you, stupid Indian. You don't know who we are." Came back, shot them in the face, shot them in the head, stole their land, and put them into slavery. The ones that survived.
I see this is one of the advertisements that was made back then. Indian land for sale. Get a home of your own. Easy payment. Find lands in the West. You get a
Indian land for sale. Same thing they did in Africa.
Yeah. So you come into Africa, take up African land, and then you put up all these notices. African land for sale.
African land for sale. Whose land was it? Well, it was the African. We took it from his stupid ass.
Yeah. But this is what they said. The story began in 1614 when a band of English explorers, these were not really explorers, sailed home to England with a ship full of
mercenaries
bound for slavery. But they will try make this particular story sound so good. And that is why perhaps the Indians do know what happened, and they will not be playing. They will not be playing this Thanksgiving. I bet even Zoe probably has his turkey ready, and all these are the things that he has set on the table for Thanksgiving. Jumbo Zoe.
Jumbo Spikes, you talking shit, I see. Talking all that shit. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving.
I was just saying that no one has stand up to the show today because everyone is trying to get their turkey ready. no one has stand up to the show.
It was good. Hey Spikes, play the video. Play the video I just sent you. This is gonna be the day after Thanksgiving. It's gonna be having all these black people. Play the video I just sent you. Share that video. This is gonna be after Thanksgiving. All these Negroes do.
I remember Mr. Turner. Let me share this.
That's right.
Turner.
It's gonna be after Thanksgiving. All these goofy Negroes.
Let me share these. He's a Turner denying that he was a drunk.
After Thanksgiving, they get the eggnog and they Hennessy and all that crap up in them. This was gonna see around America.
But also, I believe in a place like in Chicago, where they claim that they are always violence related with parties, and they would also try these take advantage of these Thanksgiving and also, of course, bring up something. But,
and Mr. Turner, that you have been arrested for driving under the influence of an alcoholic beverage.
I understand I've been driving under motherfucking influence, but I understand that I wasn't also driving. I wasn't driving. I guess you got the motherfucking camera shining on me.
Sir?
I'm gonna tell you just like this. I'm gonna tell you just like this. I'm drunk. Yeah, I've been drinking, but I wasn't driving. The motherfucking officer, he saw motherfucker jump in my lap, and I told her to get off, and she got off, and he stopped me.
Sir?
I'm guiding the car. Hey, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't even want to hear it. Hey, whatever y'all to do, you do the motherfucking shit. The motherfucker, hey, she must be getting him some pussy.
Are you going to do the physical performance test?
Well, I do the physical performance test, but like I said, I was drinking, but I wasn't motherfucking driving.
Sir?
The motherfucker say what he want a motherfucker
Are you going
say.
to do the
Hey,
physical
you see
performance
what I
test?
say?
Put your head back and close your eyes.
You close your eyes.
Sir, I'm not doing the test.
You close your motherfucking eyes.
Sir,
Huh?
tilt your head back and
If you
close
can't
your
close
eyes.
your eyes, why I got to close my
Because
motherfucking
you
eyes?
are the one that's taking the test.
Huh?
Tilt your head back and close your eyes.
Did you tilt your
Sir?
head back and close your eyes?
Tilt your head back and close your eyes.
Did you drunk?
Sir, are you refusing this test?
No. Yeah. I'm refusing the motherfucking test.
All right, he refuses the testing. Sir, don't yell. Come back here, sir.
I'm telling the motherfucker I wasn't driving. I know I wasn't driving.
Fine. That concludes the physical portion of the video. The time is 5:35. Maybe have the arresting deputy, please.
I told him I might be motherfucking drunk. I know I wasn't motherfucking driving. Go on and put the handcuffs on me, man. Fuck this shit. I don't want no goddamn shit. Hey, fuck this dumb shit. Put the handcuffs on me, man.
Been arrested for driving while intoxicated, driving while under the influence of alcoholic beverages, model glue.
I refuse to answer any question on the grounds that they may incriminate me. I refuse to answer any questions under the grounds that they have made incriminate me. I refuse to answer any questions under the grounds that they may incriminate me.
1 year if your driving privilege has been previously suspended as a result of a refusal to submit to such test. Your refusal to submit to a chemical urine is admissible into evidence against you in any criminal proceeding. You understand what I read to you?
Hell no, but I refuse to answer any questions under the grounds that they may incriminate me.
You want me to explain this to you?
No, hell no. You explain them to my motherfucking lawyer. You explain them to my lawyer.
Will be suspended, right? You realize that, right? And you refuse to take the breath.
Hey, man, my license is already suspended. I'm already under
You
suspension.
gonna take a breath test?
What?
You gonna take a breath test?
What motherfucking breath test?
You gonna take a breath test?
Hell no.
That's gonna be Thanksgiving. That's gonna be their Thanksgiving for many Negroes around the country.
Yeah.
You gonna take the breath
Hey,
test?
I remember
Go ahead, so.
I remember when that video first. I remember when that video first came out, and they had the live video with the dude.
You're in the live. Yeah.
I thought the police was gonna shoot him. I thought the police was gonna put him down.
I did too, tell the truth. I thought they gonna shoot his ass too. Talking all that shit, they gonna shoot this Negro.
And on that cartoon, you can see there is also on the side of the KKK because it's the same one and the same. You know, when you talk of the police, they are the same, the KKK as well.
You understand the words you understand the words I read you? Hell no. You need me to spell them again? Hell no. Spell them to my lawyer. Spell them to my lawyer.
He was asking whether the police would also close her eyes. Why do I have to close my eyes?
You close your eyes. Sir, is you taking the test, sir? Tilt your head back and close your eyes.
Yes,
you close your motherfucking eyes? Sir, you refusing the test? Yeah, I'm refusing the motherfucking test.
I think that was is his name Carlitos. Whoever makes those cartoons, I don't know the name. I think might be Carlitos or
yeah, I forgot his name. Yeah. The brother makes good cartoons, but always doing Dr. Neely Fuller and Amos Wilson and all, you know, Malcolm X and Todd Anderson and shit like that. I like the brother's content. But like Zoe said, when the real one came out, before they made the cartoon, the real one, I thought they gonna shoot his ass too.
They would have said he was actually not cooperating and he was a threat and he was reaching for his pocket or whatever.
I think they didn't shoot him because they were filming. They were making a study out of him. They were filming him. They didn't shoot the shit out of him. Yeah, they were doing a test subject out of him. They were filming and said this what you do when somebody is drunk and blah blah blah. I don't know, man. She must be giving him some pussy or something. What? I told her, get off my lap. She must be giving him some pussy. Give who some pussy? Mr. Turner is messed up.
Anyhow, family, I want to welcome everyone to the broadcast. I do see Sister Stacy Thomas. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. Mr. LBN. Saying in this one of the animated spoofs with Godfrey in some of them, and Sister Annie saying good vibes Amani, and let him hang down. He's saying Spikes, Kid, Enzo, peace, and also Amani from Sister Stacy Thomas, and also Sister Lightbearer. Thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. He's saying hi family. I was thinking that everyone disappeared and went to get the attack or something, but
I thought they did. I thought I thought they went to get. I thought they went to get their turkeys. You know. Negroes who selling drugs in the hood always give out turkeys. Take this turkey, nigga. I ain't give you nothing else. And
That
I
is
didn't.
that is what.
I didn't inflict it. I
Mm.
bones. Ain't this Thanksgiving so long?
I think you're breaking up.
Well, Spikes, is Keith breaking up to you,
I
or
think
is
you're
he
breaking up.
coming? Is it my
Yeah, he
line?
is.
Okay.
He is. It's on his line. It's in his
Yeah.
line. I'll just Keith, you're breaking up. I can't really hear
One
what. Yeah, go on.
I heard you.
one
I
thing
said
I
I'm breaking up.
noticed.
All right, calm down, damn it.
This year, one thing I've noticed that's different this year is the fact that in years previously they were giving out turkeys. I mean, literally giving them out. In the majority, a lot of places, you could get you a free turkey. And if you knew people who worked like in the medical occupation, doctors and nurses and whatnot, the hospitals were giving their staff free turkeys to go home with their families to enjoy. But not this year. This year, turkeys are averaging 80 to 75 to $85, and there's been a drastic hike in the prices of them. People are talking about that, but they're not really
Mm.
talking about what's the cause, which we know it's the purchasing power of the U.S. dollar is diminishing, which is causing the prices of everything to increase. But instead of focusing on the actual cause or trying to get to the root of that cause, they're giving people all of these placebos and all of this peripheral distractions. So we're not focused on the real task at hand of what's going on with the U.S. economy.
Yeah, the economy's in free fall. You might have to go out there, get butt naked and get on the pole to get your turkey this Thanksgiving. Get your butt. They say get your butt on the poles to go to the poles. Get your butt on the poles to get a turkey to get some of that white meat up in you. So,
Mm. That might be the thing right now because people are not able to get that money. The inflation has gone up crazy. But nonetheless, one
yeah,
man who
because
might be home for his.
it's the breakdown of the U.S. dollar. The dollar is losing its value. So if now is no. I've been saying this for a key. What day was going to happen? They asked me that shit fire. What day is the dollar going to collapse? Well, it's collapsing right now. Dummy.
Mm.
You see
Yeah,
right now you're dying,
and one
and it
thing
can't be saved. Go ahead, Zoe.
one thing Lightbearer said just now in the chat talking about people getting vaccinated turkeys. That is a very,
Damn,
very real
that's true.
reality that we're overlooking because we were already told that this
Yep.
family of viruses that they've worked on in the lab to create this particular one that we're calling a pandemic, this family of virus is a zoonotic family of virus, means it originates in animals, and through the gain of function, this thing has been able to jump over into
Mm.
humans. So with that being
But I
said,
said,
when I got sick, the one
Mm.
thing that I did differently that hadn't been doing was I took my ass to Walmart and got some lamb. So a lot of these
yep.
retailers, like the one I just mentioned,
Mm.
may be working in collaborations, and I'm saying
Oh, yeah, they are.
strongly, maybe
They
you can
own
say
it. They
allegedly or
own it.
whatever, but we know they working with the
They
pharmaceuticals.
own
Let's
it.
be for real.
Well, they are.
And
That's what they
and,
told.
and a lot
They said they're going to put in the food, so
and the meat
at
supply.
McDonald's and these other places, these meat supplies. That's why I showed everybody that when you put against the meat was magnetic. That means they got that shit up in it. Got magnetic meat. Whenever you get your meat, put a magnet. Have your magnet, put it on it. I didn't throw away a bunch of damn hamburger meat. Shit all magnetized. Shit is in it. That's what I said about 2 months ago. 3 months. They said they were going to put it in the damn food. They put it in everything. Water. Get your little hamburger by the side of the road.
And we have to realize the nature of the war that we're really eating.
I see a comment by. Yeah. Go on.
I'm just saying we can't say we're at war. We can't realize we're at war, but not totally encompass and envision what does that totally detail. What does that totally all involve when we're saying that we're at war? They're going to contaminate the food supply. They're going to contaminate the water supply. Not only the music and our culture that have they put their hands on, contaminated and made it trash. But everything we put in our bodies, they are making trash and contaminating from food to spiritual.
Just from the chemtrails alone, the nanobots, the nanotech that's up in that shit is just spreading on us constantly. Nanotech is to get the shit up in us, So it's right. It's this open warfare.
Even from the breathing itself, we were talking about the masks that people are using, and we already know also what's going on with that. And unless people just wake up, it will be also be crazy because people are still persisting with that. I see a comment from our sister Stacy Thomas. You're saying I just posted a link to the network, letting everyone know that Dollar Tree will now be selling all its items for $1.25. And of course, get a comment from one dummy black man saying all the three found guilty in Ahmed Abri's case. We shall also be looking at that judgment. And also, Sister Nishu saying it is still $1 here for now, and I have plenty of supply.
Dollar Tree stores went up to what? I never go to Dollar Tree. What was it going to be now? $1.50 or $2?
No, they said from $1 to $5. Everything is going to be $1 to $5. So they're going to start calling it. They're going to start calling it the Lincoln Tree. It's from the Dollar Tree to the Lincoln, the Abe Lincoln Tree.
Yeah, $5 bill.
A mechanism, nice. Thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. I was saying one particular man who shall be home to get his turkey will be this particular man who has been exonerated from Missouri after having been charged for the murder of 3 men. But of course, right now he has lost like over 3 decades of his life, and he cannot get this back. And his name is Kevin Strickland. And of course, he's now being exonerated after all these years, about 43 years of his life that he has lost in a case that he had nothing to do with. We have shared these particular kind of stories on the Black Hot Fan Network so many times. We have black people being locked up for no particular reason. They were just in a place where the police wanted to use them to actually just claim that they were able to find a suspect or they were able to find someone who perpetrated the violence. So here, the Missouri man, he has been exonerated in 3 killings after 4 decades. And of course, he is a Kansas man who was jailed for more than 40 years for 3 murders, and he has been released from prison on Tuesday after the judge ruled that he was wrongfully convicted in 1979. Kevin Strickland, who is now 62, has always maintained that he was home watching television and had nothing to do with the killings, which happened when he was 18 years old. He learned of the decision when the news crawled across the television screen as he was watching a soap opera. He said inmates began screaming, and he said, "I'm not necessarily angry. I think it's a lot. I think I have created emotions that you all don't know about just yet." He told the reporters from this situation. Go on.
How much they finna pay him? How much they talking about compensating him for having him illegally detained?
$3.
That might be $1.25. Yeah.
Bittersweet, you might say.
Let me share these. It might be.
Yeah, they're gonna pay him $3. He was in there for 3 decades. Gonna pay him $1 a decade. $3. Get your ass out of here.
He's already talking about he's not that mad. He's not that upset. He understands they ain't gave him 1 penny yet. So
I'm not that mad, but
they might not give him $3.
I'm not that mad, but I'm taking my whole life. Okay, well I ain't mad for you either. Whatever. Crazy ass.
That's what was going on with the matter, and he will be back to get his turkey for Thanksgiving.
A moment decades in the making for a story that we've been following for some time here on ABC News Prime. 43 years after entering a Missouri prison after he was convicted in a triple murder that prosecutors now say he did not commit, Kevin Strickland is finally free, exonerated today by a Missouri judge. This is the moment that he thought might never come for the man at the center of one of the longest wrongful conviction cases in U.S. history. And while the record has finally been set straight for Strickland, just
That
in the
happens with
past
black people all the time in this country. Shit.
Americans went to the grave with any recognition that they were, in fact, innocent. Monday, a judge in Florida posthumously exonerated 4 black men known as the Groveland Four, who were falsely accused of raping a white woman in the Florida town of Groveland.
It's the same story, raping a white woman. It's the same
That sounds like that sounds just like the Parkland 5 or whatever happened in New York where they was talking about Trump was saying lynch him. It's the same thing over and over and over again.
You're talking about the Central Park 5.
Yeah.
That was them the same story, but now these
Same
ones
thing, exactly the same thing over and over again with black people. Just like the Scottsboro boys up in Scottsboro, Alabama. Yeah, when the white women said they raped them and they went to jail, they broke out. One of them goofy motherfuckers went back. Alabama said, just come on back and we'll party. You can go. So they brought his black ass back. They locked his ass up again. Crazy as hell.
9. And last week, nearly 57 years after the assassination of civil rights activist Malcolm X, 2 men convicted in connection with his killing were exonerated. Only one of them is still alive. In a statement, Muhammad Aziz said, "I hope the same system that was responsible for this travesty of justice also takes responsibility for the immeasurable harm that it caused me." Strickland, who is now 62, may share similar sentiments tonight. When he entered prison, he could walk. He now relies on a wheelchair. When we spoke with him in jail earlier this year and asked him what justice might look like, he said, "I don't know.
It can't be that there's no good bastards that broke my damn back. I'm in this chair."
Kevin Strickland. So tonight he can finally say he's a free man.
Still in disbelief. No, I didn't
think he didn't do it.
Today, Missouri Judge James Welch ordered his immediate release, ending one of the longest wrongful convictions in U.S. history.
I was actually watching Fox, and they went across news break or whatever they call them, and I just couldn't believe what I was hearing.
So that's how you learned?
That's how I learned.
The 62-year-old took the stand to testify at the start of an evidentiary hearing, finally getting a chance at freedom, one he's been waiting for decades. Strickland was convicted by an all-white jury in 1979, despite having an alibi and no physical evidence linking him to the crimes. He's remained adamant about his innocence all along.
All right.
As you fellas
guilty
to this.
Hold up. How he gonna find out of his innocence on the news ticker? He didn't even find out from his attorney, his public defender. He found out from the news ticker. That alone, they need to give him a couple $1 million for just that alone. This is crazy.
Story after story. Black men after black men.
I just have to ask, why didn't you plead guilty?
I wasn't about to plead guilty to a crime I had absolutely nothing to do with. Wasn't going to do it.
His case for exoneration largely hung on this crucial piece of evidence.
The most important piece of evidence was a recantation of a witness. She has since died, but she really did a good job documenting her recantation. So we believe it to be a very credible recantation.
Back in May, Jackson County prosecutor Jean Peters Baker announced that her office found Strickland innocent.
So to Mr. Strickland, I am profoundly sorry for the harm that has come to you.
But at the time, Missouri law prevented her from being able to release him or bring his case before a judge. When we spoke with Baker back in June, she did not mince words.
Let's just call it what it is. This is wrong. And everyone that works in this system must find a way
That is how the system has been and has continued to work out. But
Hey,
nonetheless, I also
so
with yeah,
Spike,
yeah, go,
do you know
yeah.
what the recantation is when the alleged victim recant
I know.
had a recantation? Do you know what that's referring to?
Yeah, you are actually given false evidence, but then you come again and say I had lied, and you're supposed to be locked up
Exactly.
yourself. You know, you would say,
Yeah,
yeah, you say I had said this.
that's their that's their going to Jesus
Mm,
moment before they die, when they want to try to
mm,
whiten their soul up and get right with the
Uh-huh.
Creator. That's when they sit and they come out
mm,
with the truth. This is what white people do all across this nation every single
Sure,
day.
mm,
There could
sure
be
do.
hundreds of black people exonerated every single day. Hundreds of black people could be
mm,
exonerated from these old white jokers that's on their
mm,
deathbed coming to God. Let everybody know
mm,
that it was me that raped them 3 white
mm.
girls back in '57.
And
It wasn't that nigga
Yeah.
named Leroy.
and but they do that only when, on their deathbed because they know they have nothing to lose. You know, they cannot be there's nothing
Yeah,
they
just
can do
like
to you
Emmett
when you're on
Till,
death.
just
You
like
will not
that
be
white
arrested
woman
and taken.
who blamed Emmett Till for winking at us when she came out a few years ago. Emmett Till never did nothing to me. Of course he did. He was a child.
Mm.
And how evil, rotten, her no good
And that
ass
does not
is.
change a whole lot because already you have. Mm. But this
Go
is
ahead,
also
Spike.
what is happening in the justice system. I thought these, of course, three of the three men who were charged in the case of Ahmed Abri for his murder have been found guilty in the murder of Ahmed Abri. And now, of course, they were, I do bet the judge had a hard time. He was trying maybe perhaps to let them off, but there is no way the video and everything, all these other evidence
I no way about
just
that.
they were
You know,
pleaded.
they already
And
got a sloppy win with Rittenhouse. They couldn't get another sloppy win. They open up the tailgate. Did you see the guy? You see them? The father and daughter out there in Wisconsin with the weapon. His 14-year-old daughter with the assault weapon protecting protest. I said that was going to happen. You bring that peace. You bring that steel now. Spikes, go to images. Do this for me. Go to images of
mm,
father and daughter team protecting protesters in Wisconsin. So images of
let me
father
see.
and daughter team protecting protesters in Wisconsin. You know, open the floodgates. Should the little girl have the gun? Yeah, so she can bust you in your goddamn Caucasian face now. You know what to
Yeah, they will say now they have.
do? Got your little girl carrying the thing of your damn right. What? You said what?
You're breaking up, kid, but I can hear you in beats. I cannot really hear you clear, but I see them. These are them. This is them. This is the Wisconsin father and the daughter. They say, what did they say? Let me see what they were saying on this particular one. I
They
see
gonna say
them
something
here.
slick. Should that girl have the gun? Yes, she should have it. Rittenhouse had his. Now she got her.
Mm,
Waiting for you. Step up and get this
mm,
goddamn work.
mm. So this opens up. The Wisconsin father says they are protecting
There you go.
Rittenhouse protesters. They are protecting Rittenhouse protectors. Yeah, I think that is
That's
what he
right.
said. They are protecting Rittenhouse protesters because they know if the judge have 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 not seen anything wrong with the Kyrie Rittenhouse case, then they are also proceeding the same.
Nope.
Black father and
They
daughter.
know the
Black
floodgates.
father.
Oh, go ahead, Spice.
Mm.
Go ahead.
A black father and daughter armed with rifles marched with demonstrators in anti-Rittenhouse protest. So that is what was happening. Let's see if I can get the video the same with what they had to say. But yes, no, everyone now would actually refer to the same case of Kyrie Rittenhouse, and they are protected. You know, you cannot
That's
serve the
right.
law both ways.
Young girl's got her steel now. You can't say why she got her weapon. Don't worry about it. She's got that steel to lay down some righteous law, some righteous justice. She's there to lay down some righteous justice, Spikes. God damn.
Let me see. There's a
Should
video
be
of them.
crazy quick as shit.
Let me see.
Crazy.
Okay. Let me see what's going on now with these.
So I'm
Let me
laying down.
share
I'm
these.
gonna lay down some righteous justice.
But these, of course, could also lead to civil war, or open civil war in the states, because
Well,
everyone now has
that's what it is then. Oh well. Told you,
everyone.
Negroes jumping on crates are gonna get shot in the head. Oh well. Good riddance to bad rubbish.
This was on the 22nd. This I think
Do,
was on
do, do your milk crate. Do your milk crate challenge right into a dirt nap. Young girl's got her steel to lay down some real law. What you doing with that gun, little girl? I'm gonna lay down some preparatory justice on you, beast.
Would they also say that these rifles are not big enough, or that the size is not like they were saying with Garrison House about the size of the gun? They would also now say that these guns with these protesters, or with these two the duo, are also not a threat to the people that
That's
might come
right.
out.
They're good. They're just big enough to lay down some anti-personnel law to your head.
And that's what's up. I think even you remember we had the not fucking around coalition. These would also give them a green light to just move
Yeah.
around with their
So
guns.
let me ask you this, Keith.
I don't know
Keith
what the hell those
and
guys
Spice.
even at. Go ahead.
Let me ask both of you guys this. Keith and Spice, what we just seen in that video, was that reckless parenting, or was that brave parenting? Well, if
Brave
something
parenting.
comes down, okay. So if something comes down and he gets his daughter killed or his daughter shot, then what he's doing is in the line of righteousness. You
Yeah,
agree,
because
right?
because it's proactive and not being reactive. It's proactive. We at war, so it's going to be casualties of war. I know my children might be casualties of war. My daughter, my sons, they're proactive. So yeah, I'd rather have her get shot out there in the line of duty than getting shot eating a ham sandwich at the Wendy's and shit, getting shot by a stray bullet and dying. But have a die in the service of black empowerment than dying, eating a ham sandwich at Wendy's or at the local McDonald's.
I also think it's acceptable as compared to these parents who who will not
Price
even
of
let their.
freedom is death, man. Price of freedom is death. I don't think it's bad parenting at all.
I'm saying it's also acceptable because there are parents who will not even let their children know that we are living a time of war. They will be letting their children stay in a bubble. It's good for children to also know what time we are living in. It's a time of war, and no one is coming around. No one will come playing around.
Also, he's making it possible that can no weak man have his daughter either. Oh, what about a gun? Well, you got this weapon? Yeah. Oh, I sure like you. Get out of my face, weak ass nigga. So can no weak man have his daughter? So it makes you have to step up as a man. You have too many weak black men. Too many. I approve this 100%.
So you think
Keith Newsom and I approve this message.
so you so that's the type, and really, because I'm on the line of, if that's what is positive and that's what we should be seeing, then we should see a trend of those types of videos on platforms like TikTok and all of this other stuff, where instead of sisters twerking and shaking their butt, we should be seeing videos of
They're not gonna
parents with their
promote
children.
that. We should, but with black people, they're gonna start blocking those videos because that's power. That's empowering black. Everybody's scared of black empowerment. So you know that. They start blocking agents on TikTok. They start blocking every damn video. They want to see motherfuckers doing dumb dance challenges and shit, jumping on crates. What's the new goofy nigga challenge? Tie my shoe without no damn laces. Look at that. Yeah.
But I think even the first people who will be attacking these are duo, the father and the daughter are black people, which is a problem. You now start hearing black people say, no, this is not right, this is, and all our things that are
Yeah.
in that regard.
Those are the weak ones that are gonna be thin up in the herd, and that's good. Those are the ones that will take the dirt nap. So fuck them. I always say fuck them. I don't want to hear nobody. Well, they shouldn't. Yeah, fuck them. Go kick rocks, you moron. Yeah, war.
See,
You got white
yeah.
supremacists roaming the streets now having target practice at black people, and we shouldn't defend ourselves. You sound like it. Hey, go play that Martin Luther King Jesus shit with the Negroes digging their own graves. That's what you do.
So I would say you want to find these images are being shared because they will say, oh, this is putting the children
That's
in
why
danger
they
and all
make a
things.
big deal out of it, Spikes. Exactly right. That's why they make no big deal. You ain't seeing on no nightly news. Hey, hush up. Hush up. There's nothing to see here. Nothing to see. These Negroes about to protect themselves. Nothing to see. They're not. That means there's no
What city are they in?
black people not going to be. Black people not going to be. Black people not going to be no more damn easy targets. That was it's a wake up. Thank God. I don't know what else, Spikes. In Kenosha.
No, that was I believe these one. Yes, the one in Kenosha protesting the ruling
Okay.
of
Yeah.
the anti-Rittenhouse protesters. The
Yeah.
ruling that was by this judge. And this judge, of course, will be held as a hero. The judge was ruling the anti-Ritten
Yeah, he was over the top with his racism.
yeah, he will actually be held as a hero. Even the Rittenhouse himself, Gary Rittenhouse himself. Of course, we were talking about him being given offered jobs, offered job opportunities by different. Yeah.
So any more sloppy fat white kids come up there with their guns, the young lady put that hammer down, blow somebody's head off. Say, yeah, I was coming there to be an EMT. Well, I was afraid about his EMT work, so I blew his damn head off.
This is an insane asylum. As Sister Me says, this is an insane asylum. We just keep moving and everything else will work itself out. And also, fuck what the media has to say about anything or anything. Damn it, I didn't receive anyone, not even one notification. Yes, YouTube doesn't. It's a shadow banning. You will not find the notifications going out. You will just be there, but you realize when you just start scrolling around on your Facebook that we are live.
One thing I hope black people learn from the whole Kyle Rittenhouse case is you never yell "shoot me" when someone's pointing a gun at you,
Got that
because
shit right.
you will not be considered a victim.
Got that shit right.
That was the one from the get-go. The thing that these judge started with is saying that we do not have any victims in this case. So what do you expect will happen from that case? If you have a case where you have a defendant and then we do have
Well, that's why little girl's out there with a gun, because she's not going to be a victim. You're right, Judge. Thank you. I can't be a victim. I got my steel to lay down this righteous justice.
That's so tough. When everyone else has their turkey in their mouth, this sister is busy, and the dad also is busy. Also, putting in the work out there, and I don't know what also the not fucking around coalition will also make out of this particular one. This is a vindication, but nonetheless, family, I wasn't wanted to go into another matter. Sorry, go into another matter which has to do with the case that we had talked about, which had to do with the police brutality in the handling of some teenagers. And of course, let me also share these with us. The trial has begun for the first over 4 teenagers who were arrested brutally. And of course, I remember me sharing this particular video. Let me also bring it up real quick, because this trial has also taken some time before it could begin. I know the judicial process really goes too slow sometimes, but the case has started where there were some teenagers who were arrested really brutally by the cops, and they were being harassed. And of course, right now, this particular trial has also begun, and of course, the judge has also said that the case will be taken. This is the case that we are talking about. The case has started, and the judge has also said that the case will be taken. And of course, right now, this particular trial has also begun, and of course, the judge has also said that the case will be taken. I will share this particular video so you can also remember. These were friends of a black teenager who was on camera arrest in June, spawned allegations of abuse began on Monday. And the testimony contradicted assertions by Ocean City Police and kicked off the first of potentially 4 trials of teenagers arrested on the boardwalk. And this is what was happening with the matter. I think I remember sharing this video. Let me see if I'm also able to bring it up again. Let me share these.
You I'm resisting. I'm not resisting. You can tell me what you arrested me
These arrests were so brutal and happening in June, and it almost broke his ribs. That was a cell phone video part of the encounter, and I shows the police holding one man down on the ground and then kneeling on the man several times and also kicking him on his ribs. And of course, the trial has begun for first of 4 teenagers whose arrest in Ocean City were caught on video, sparking outrage on the conduct of the police and the rest of these teenagers. After the final witness, the Worcester County District Court judge overseeing the case postponed the trial until January when the prosecutors and the defense.
Ocean City. What,
after the,
what state was this in, Spikes? What state was this? Ocean City. Ocean.
Ocean City.
I think that's New Jersey or somewhere.
I think so too.
Is that like? Yeah, that's where they had Boardwalk Empire.
Yeah.
I think Ocean City is in New Jersey. Yeah, it is. It's in New Jersey.
Yeah, that was New Jersey. Spikes. I mean, those right. That's where them kids. That's where them Jersey kids used to. Them Jersey motherfuckers back in the day. That damn goofy ass reality show, Jersey Shore. That shit.
Oh yeah. With them all them Italians.
Yeah.
So that is where the case. Someone says it's in Maryland. I think there's also an Ocean City in Maryland as well.
Yeah, there is one in Maryland, but that's not as popular. Ocean City. I've been to Ocean City, Maryland. The ocean's all dirty and nasty.
Yes, there are 2 of them, but the one of it.
The one in Maryland need to be called Pun Town.
Yeah, that shit was nasty.
The one in Maryland should be called Pun Town. Not Ocean City.
Right. The one that has a boardwalk is the one in the one. It's in Maryland.
Yeah, it's in New Jersey. Yeah, that's when it's no more. Yeah, the one in Jersey knows more. I've been to one in Ocean City. I can tell my mom lived out there in Lower Maryland. I went out there with some girl, took me out there. Like, man, what is this? This is the beach. I said, this fucked up place. Shit. I might want to commit suicide fucking around out here.
But anyhow, family, I want to talk about these the determination of the case of Ahmed Abri. And of course, the killers face life in prison. And of course, 3 men are found guilty of the crimes. Will have days, months, and years to consider and explain why they felt so empowered to imprison and take the life of Ahmed
So,
Abdi. This is according to a tweet that had been gone.
Keith, do you think white supremacy sacrificed these three white individuals in order to save Kyle Rittenhouse
Rittenhouse.
in his
Yeah,
trial?
well,
Yeah.
yeah, because they had no choice. There's a so because there was no ambiguity. There was no gray line with them. They ran him down and shot his ass. I mean, in broad daylight. So they couldn't save them. They couldn't. The country got too hot with all the riots last year, and yeah, so better get one young sacrifice. Those three old coops, you can't even you can't defend that they did. You can't defend. It's undefensible. You can't even stretch it. So yeah, they had to make them take the perp walk.
And did
But
you
also,
hear that? I don't know, you guys might have already covered this, but did you hear that Kyle Rittenhouse is suing the media that portrayed him as some type of vigilante or some type of evil villain? So he's gonna sue all of those news
You know,
media
he
agencies,
he don't,
just like the
he
one
don't got a case.
white boy did in
He don't,
Washington D.C. and got 200 million. Huh?
he don't got no case. He don't got any case.
Okay.
That case is going absolutely nowhere. Laughed out the courtroom. Because see, this is a civil
but
case. That last one was a criminal case. Civil case, they're gonna prove, yeah, you were a vigilante, you moron, and you ain't getting a goddamn dime. Go kick rocks.
But he has also been looking, before we go on to the matter of Ahmed Abri, he has a big getting support from all the corners. He has talked about, there has been the reports about him meeting with Donald Trump. And Donald Trump is always on the side of these vigilantes. And therefore, this case will not also,
No, white supremacist
Trump was talking
vigilantes.
about
He's not on the side of no black people being vigilantes shooting no white people. He's on the side of white vigilantes, correctionist folks.
And this was a Trump with Carrington now saying that he's a really good young guy, and this is an approval, is a vindication of his actions, saying that
And
this
this is
is
the
a really
cracker
good
that run
young
around
guy
is
of a
gonna
kid.
save the world. This rotten ass Donald Trump. He's the second coming of Jesus. All these morons keep talking about. This corrupt pedophilic ass bastard Donald Trump. Shit's crazy.
Yeah, he said he met with Carrington House at Mar-a-Lago, and probably one of his frame photos in his house right now would be his meeting with Carrington
I'm
House, and also
glad
the other way around.
Rittenhouse shot the shit out those no good bastards. Them white people need to get on code. They was out code. So Rittenhouse did like work of their ass. And I'm Trump and I approve this message.
He should have been tweeting these photos on his Twitter. If they still had him on Twitter, he would be tweeting these photos on his Twitter.
And all
So he
you
said
bastards, you all can go to these African shithole countries. They ain't wash their ass in none of these shithole countries. Africa. Thank you, Donald Trump.
Trump said that Rittenhouse and his mother visited him at Mar-a-Lago and called Rittenhouse a fan. So Rittenhouse is a fan of Donald Trump. Donald Trump, he has many fans. And one of the fans,
I killed them people for you, Trump. I killed them for you. I know you can't get your penis hard, but when I tell you I murdered somebody, you're getting an erection. Yes, I do, Rittenhouse. Yes, I do. Shit.
This is a crazy thing. He had to make a comment. He said, Kyle, I got to know him a little bit. He called. He wanted to know if he could come over and say hello because he's a fan. Trump told Hannity, adding that Rittenhouse brought his mother on the visit. He's a really nice young man. What he went through.
I'm gonna bring your racist ass, old befuddled, white stinking ass mom over so I can say hey to a no good, a ridiculous ass. Hey, ugly white woman, you raised a fucked up kid. Good going.
As well, let me know if you can hear me. I can't hear anything on our kid's end.
I hear you, Spikes.
I hear you, Spice. And Keith said he hear you.
Keith, can you hear me?
I hear you, Spike.
Yeah, I can hear you now. I do hear you now. I was getting the comments from the comments from the family.
Oh, go ahead.
I was getting the comments from the family, and Sister Stacy says that yes, he is a second coming. He's supposed to be the next Keanu Reeves or Jesus Christ there. And Brother Lando Winter, you're saying that the KKK or the malicious groups are the real threat. The most dangerous group to our well-being is CIA, the RSA unit. They are the real terrorist organization in the world farm. And I hope they have a nice trip to the booty house. And Mr. Albion said, pretty sure they are the KKK. Pretty sure they are the KKK rallies in a town about an hour from where I am at. Where are you at, Mr. Albion? I don't know where you're based at. And
He's in Jersey. I think he's in Patterson. What part of Jersey you in, LBN? You up in Patterson?
Yeah,
Where you at?
Mr. LBN, I suggest you don't go visit that town, trying to research and investigate what's going on with the Klan scene. we never see you again.
You want
remember,
to be
they got open Nazis. They got open Nazis in the New Jersey State Police Department now. Open Nazis.
But Mr. Albion wants to be the correspondent on the ground. He wants to go and find out what's going on with these with these protests. He wants to go. He wants to know what's going on at the rally. But just keep it pushing, and I don't want to get involved with that. You think it's about a while from where you are. But yes, when you talk about this particular sentencing of these three men, the minimum sentences of life in prison for Ahmed Abri's killers right now. I actually knew this was going to happen because at some point there were being asked questions like, was he a threat? Did he carry any gun? Did he have any weapon? Did he attack you? No. And all the answers was in a negative. So I was trying to find a way in which even a judge would spin this. It would not be possible for the judge to be able to spin this particular case and make it any different. But the jury has found them guilty, and of course they will now have the time to also go into prison and ponder the actions, ponder on the actions at the end of the day, because they're saying right now the Georgia jury decided on Wednesday the verdict to convict the three men accused of murdering the 25-year-old Ahmed Abri and an unarmed black jogger. And of course, the father and son, Greg and Travis Michael, and the neighbor, William Roddy Brand, faced 9 felony charges during the trial. All defendants faced a maximum sentence of life in prison. Travis McMichael, the only one found guilty of malice murder, was convicted. And of course, we also do have which included a felony murder and an aggravated assault with this. Let me share this briefly.
A crime that never was committed. And that's what it's all about, getting justice for him. And he ain't gonna rest in his grave till he get justice. And I ain't gonna rest till we get justice in my family. So we fighting for justice.
But the thing is, not to actually bring up problem with his family, but I've never seen Ahmed Abri's father speak on anything. In the previous videos, it's always an auntie, it's always the mother saying something. Now that this case has gone into where it has gone into, now see the father now turn up and say, they want to get justice. I don't know where he has been the whole time, but I'm glad.
I wouldn't put it past the media doing that, Spikes. It seems like every single time one of these cases occur, if the black father, the black male in the victim's life, if they are present, they try to suppress them. For some reason, they try to suppress the father's image and any type of commentary because they want to push this. They want to push this image of single black mothers raising these children on their own, and no black man being present. This, I think that it's an agenda that they're trying to push along with everything else. Also, I'm wondering where's Ben Crump. I haven't seen Benjamin Crump one time.
Yeah, I've seen him on these. Now after the determination, he has popped up. You will see him on these. Let me share these.
Okay.
And that's what getting justice for him. And he ain't gonna rest in his grave till he get justice. And I ain't gonna rest till we get justice in my family. So we fight for justice. So for justice for a mom. Justice for a mom.
Thank you both for your time. Marcus, I don't know if you remember me. I spoke to you last year, not long after everything happened. So it's good to see you, and I hope you're doing well. How has this past year been for you?
It's still a struggle. You know how they just try to traumatize my son and lie and stuff like that, and trying to make him like he defeated him.
You can see Benjamin Crump is out to get the bag.
I'm crying that never was permitted. So it's a struggle to see that go on. And I just look how they lynched it, because he was lynched. He died because of skin color. So that's really, really hard for me and his mom and our family.
I'm sorry. And, let's talk about the jury. That's raised a lot of concerns. 11 white jurors were chosen out of 12, one black man. What were your thoughts when you saw that happening?
It's pretty rough, because I just think about 1955, Emmanuel Field. It take you back like that, and I just say.
Even when there's a selection of this jury, you find only one black person, and even this black person might also be swayed to also, voting with the rest of the white people.
Oh, Amherst. But the key to this case is, like Tony Bronx said, the evidence is overwhelming against them. And then we had a video, so that gave us a lot of hope there. So, God, I'm just praying to God for justice.
And the whole damn time they will be blaming this guy was filming. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, and another thing, we should not be celebrating that they were convicted, especially if we don't know what the sentencing is right now, because these people might get time served. They might get 3 months in prison. We don't know what they're going to get. So while we sitting here watching cases of brothers who served 43 years and 42 years for crimes they didn't commit, let's just hope that these jokers get more than 42 years for a crime that they did commit.
I agree with you on Sam.
Have you seen something like this with this type of jury situation then? And is it possible to get a fair verdict that you think is fair with the makeup of the jury?
Well, all things are possible, Garen. And when you think about this overwhelming video evidence, audio evidence, Attorney O'Neill and Attorney Merritt.
Oh man, is this mumble mouth moron again?
It is. He is out to get a bag.
The evidence, not only what we see, but what they're saying. His father, Gregory McMichaels, says on the video a minute before they shoot and kill Ahmaud Arbery that I'm going to blow your effing head off. Quote. And then he does it. If the roles were reversed and this was a black father and son chasing an unarmed white man and shooting and killing him, nobody would even question whether they would be convicted of murder. This self-defense allegation would be, but because we have two justice systems in America, one for white America and one for America, we still have to ponder, will they be brought to justice, and will Ahmaud parents finally get the justice that they seek?
Speaking on that, they said that this was a citizen's arrest.
I'm wondering if which justice system is Ben Crump officer of the court to? That's what I want to know. Because is he an officer of the court to the white justice or the black justice? Because I don't think there is no black court system. It's all white justice.
It's whichever gives him the bag. It's whichever grants him the bag.
That's why you can't fight the system from within. That's a lot of horse shit. It's got to be completely eradicated, torn down. Can't go fight the system. I'm fighting the system from within. System is theirs, morons. Can't fight it from within.
So he's
like Joe said, he is a clerk of the court. He works for the judicial system of the United States. He is not to go outside the prerequisites of the court, or they'll disbar his black ass. So all that shit he talking about is moronic, mumble mouth nonsense.
For him, it's the optics and the theatricals. You know, he will put up a
Exactly.
show.
See,
The next thing you know, when they're on an interview with the father, Ahmed Abri's father, he will be crying and he will be making all these other statements because they will be coaching him in the back. And the next time you see him, you know, there will be all sorts of theatricals. I know that you know, he's out to get the back. He doesn't care which part of the justice system he's working for. But anyhow, this is, we know him.
But now it's coming out that they never saw him commit a crime. So how can they claim that when they didn't even know if a crime was committed?
Yeah, and that's the whole issue. It is based on his skin color. That's what they're doing. They are looking at his skin
but not
color.
the damn pronouns, you moron. It's issue, not issue. It's the whole issue. It's the whole. This the one speaking for. It's the whole. It's about the issue. The issue. The what? What's this mumble mouth?
It's the procrastination.
Issue. ISSUE issue. You more issue. It's about the issue. Lazy tongued Negro, like goddamn drippy headed ass mama mouth Al Sharpton, these no talking coon ass bastards.
I bet you that Al Sharpton will also be getting his airtime. He will also be somewhere with this. I know already. I would be looking for a video, and I know he already spoke on it and giving his 2 cents on the same. But you'll find him saying about the procrastination.
Well, she said something about it. He got to have money for his goddamn perm. Shit, my perm is getting dry. Nigga. I need some money for my perm.
That's all I'm about to say, Keith. I'm about to say Al Sharpton elected not to use airtime in order to cash it in for some hair time.
All right. Yeah, you know my perm getting dry, niggas. I got to make sure my perm stay moist.
Wow. They presumed that Ahmaud Arbery was presumed guilty. And they presumed that the white men who killed him were presumed innocent. That is the problem here. Even when the police got on the scene, and I know it was heartbreaking to Marcus Arbery and Wanda Cooper, Ahmaud's parents. When the police get on the scene, you see it on the video, Ahmaud's legs are still moving, but they don't offer him any medical assistance. They go to the white man who killed him, ask him, all right, are you okay? Do you need anything? Never ever offer.
Do you need some water and some donuts or a burger?
Hold
up. They
now, Benjamin Crump just said these men said they was gonna blow his head off, and they went and did just that. Now he talking about the man's legs was moved. Did they blow his head off or not? Because your legs ain't gonna move with your head blowed off.
That might be a nervous chick with his dog.
His spirit was still hanging around. You know, his spirit.
All right.
And, you know, his
body was trying to get back up in there. Oh shit, I'm dead.
When you're trying to slaughter, when you're slaughtering a chicken, so you might cut off its head, and you will still find the chicken flying.
All right, chicken still legs still moving.
Last quick.
No, but a chicken got a different nervous system. A chicken got a different nervous system than a human. If you cut a snake's head off, the body of the snake gonna keep moving. But you can't cut people's heads off and think they gonna keep rolling around, walking and slapping the wall, trying to feel around. There was a movie. Before I forget, I want to make the suggestion if you guys got a chance to watch it. This is on Hulu. It's called A Glitch. It's called A Glitch in the Matrix, and I want y'all to check that out because they touch on several things. Yeah. So in that documentary, they talk about.
I don't think Spike's even look at the damn movies we were talking about.
Spike, you seen it?
you seen it, Spike?
I've seen it. I think I might have seen it. It's an AI. I don't know. It's an AI. They get to use AI, and I think it's like post. I'm not sure if it's the same one, but there's a movie where they get into where everything is AI. You know, people can actually come and hack into your system. Well, it's a transhuman. I'm not sure whether it's the same, But there's the transhuman movie where people are they are like AIs, the AI system and operating system put in
No,
body.
Oh, I don't know.
Probably not the one.
this is about no, this is about the holographic reality that we're in, and
Uh-huh.
how some people are actually, see, they don't tell you it's white people, but they tell you how some people are not real characters in this simulation of reality
System.
that we're in. Some people are
Yeah.
just automatons. They say and they
Hmm.
do what they've already read. They have no independent thought. They have no
They
new
have no
ideas, no new
they
creations
have
in
no
their mind.
creative spirit. They have no creative spirit, which we talked about.
Exactly. And,
I'm about
and
to
really
check
what
that
it
out.
is, they have no soul, because the
Exactly.
spirit is what animates a creature,
Exactly.
but the soul is what connects you to the all. So last night
Exactly.
I was talking to some coworkers, and I was telling them about this particular documentary, and three of the coworkers I was talking to were white, two of them were Hispanic. And the white one said that they all admitted that they do not have a soul. When I told them what a soul was, how a spirit animates you and gives you motion to your body, but your soul connects you to the all. All three of those white people said, "Well, I don't have a soul. I don't feel like I'm connected to anything greater than me.
Exactly.
There is
I
nothing.
was
There is nothing outside of me." Every last one of them said that. So yeah,
yep.
it's coming full circle where we can see a lot of this stuff with our own investigation, and just
Mm.
talking to these people, you realize how much they lack from us. Too many times
That's
we
what I
just see
said.
white people like,
They
okay,
feel
they lack melanin, but they lack a
But
lot more than melanin.
they feel
but also,
empty. That's why Spike put that about a year ago about how white people feel a great emptiness inside. They
mm,
feel it like but Zoe just elaborated was saying what I said about them feeling empty inside because they're not connected to anything.
mm. But also it's crazy. It's crazy that us as a black people globally want to expect any humanity from them. People think, oh, we are all the same, and we want to expect our same humanity to be reflected in
It is
them.
sad because the
We don't
Africans are
ever have.
fucking morons. That's why.
Yeah, you're expecting to see any humanity in them, but that cannot work in that particular kind of a way.
Any consideration to this young black man who is literally on the ground dying.
You know why they don't know nothing? Because you got morons like this mama mouth Negro here talking. Lily people dying, and the white man gave me money, and I'm doing my job, honey. Yay, Benjamin, do the job.
You might be saying that, and we have Sister Michelle of the BOB who knows that Benjamin Crump is putting in some righteous work.
About Ahmad's character and all
Yeah,
that.
spirit animates things. It doesn't give you a soul. Everything has a spirit, but not a soul. Spirit is breath. Breath is spirit. Animation.
None of that what they say he was nowhere like that. As a father that been in his life all his life. So that's why I know he wasn't taking nothing. He had that to do. He was the baby. He was spoiled. He had to do them things. He could come to me for anything. His mama, sister. They gave me anything. He
Who's
always
this other
asked.
guy? His
This man,
brother, son? Who's this other dude? Who's that dude?
It's a father. It's a father. We have never seen him. Also in area, we have never seen him on an interview. We have
Hey,
never
I
seen
never
him
seen the
on.
father. This coon is
Yeah.
always
So
sitting with
it's
somebody's father, somebody's brother.
Oh,
Who you got some money from? Yeah, I got
yeah,
that money for you.
it all. But this is the level how they try to orchestrate and manipulate how we perceive what's going on. We have to see this. I want y'all to see how the lighting, they've maximized the lighting in this situation with Benjamin Crump and the father, so they appear as dark as possible.
Dark as
We know as
possible.
black
Yeah.
people, we know as black people, there's certain ways you position lighting so your face and your facial features can be more distinguishable. And they got this light in the
Yep.
most straight above head position to make their faces look as dark as possible. They know what they're doing, because if you look at the other black reporter, the actual commentator, he got his lighting just right to where you can see his face and everything, the details of his face.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. So, but at the end of the day, I think there's also a question to where the father has been. I know I have seen videos of Ahmed Abri's mom and also Ahmed Abri's auntie, and now almost to a point where you know even Ahmed Abri is a cousin. But they have made it sure that they
They
have
got
not
them.
seen. They have
They got them looking like the Nilets. They call them the Nilets of
the
Sudan,
Nubian,
Oh
of
the
South
yeah,
Nubian,
Sudan.
the
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 Nubian,
darkest
Niletics.
people on the planet.
Yeah, the Niletics.
The blue blacks. The
Yeah.
or the
blue
Nubian, the Nubian. Nubians are also
iridescent blacks.
the Nubians are also cool.
But he got to tell you something, but when he got it like that. So that's why I know it was a bunch of baloney. They just want a way to kill black man. I'm telling you, that's why they were trying to justify it. Racist. It's just the truth. They were racist. And I found out the son, he was so racist, he never wanted to be around black people. You know, it's tricking in the family. So when you're like that, you're gonna try to find a way to kill a black. So that's bottom line racist. That's why they killed my boy.
Sounds like the president of the United States, don't it? Joe Biden said the
Well,
same thing. He didn't want his children in this racial jungle. Joe Biden
Yeah.
don't want his children in a racial jungle. Yeah.
Yeah. Because he didn't
well,
want nobody. He didn't want nobody black to get that old his old nasty daughter coochie. Besides him, you Negroes can't get my daughter's coochie. I got it. I got it. For you spoiling Negroes, Joe Biden said, I got my daughter's coochie.
That's the guy who's wearing the mud. Who is wearing the mud behind all Chapman last week? Okay, I didn't see him. I didn't see him on
The man,
on
yeah.
that. I didn't see him. I didn't see him on
Yeah,
that. So
he was
you're
wearing a
saying
mask behind Al Sharpton.
no? Zero was asking. He's saying the same, but I haven't seen anyone behind Al Sharpton. This is what was going on in the courtroom. Briefly before we also talk about what was going on in the courtroom. Zero was saw him. I didn't see him anyhow. If you saw him, it's all good.
Still got that diary out there. Uncle
right.
Joe Biden raping his daughter. Writing
These are
that diary,
dudes.
putting his penis in his daughter's mouth and his little baby daughter's mouth in the morning as a pacifier. And I'm teasing,
Let,
Daddy. Here you go. Put this
let
penis
me
in your
bet you.
mouth.
Let
Stop
me
the
bet you
teasing.
one thing. Let me bet you one thing that will happen with him. You know the way he fumbles and talks about things that have happened or things that never happened. One day he will be on the news, reading his teleprompter or giving a speech somewhere, and he'll also talk about his debauchery, all his pedophilic activities will continue. His mind will glitch, and then he will go on and talking about what he has done with his children or done with these pedophile tours that he did. But this is what was happening with other case.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Madam Foreperson, I understand you have reached a verdict as to each defendant.
We have.
Please hand your verdict forms to the sheriff.
This is a dude that wanted to stream the whole killing and put it out for his other white supremacists, but he probably didn't have some data on his phone, or he probably wasn't able to connect to his internet. But he was recording the whole thing. Him here going out and supporting the others in killing Ahmed Abri.
And where was Joe Biden's wife at while he was raping his daughter? This shit crazy.
She probably knew a thing or two of what was going
Consistently, repeatedly.
Verdict is as follows. In the Superior Court of Glenn County, State of Georgia, the State of Georgia versus Travis McMichael, case number CR 000433. Jury verdict form. Count one.
I know Mayor Bottoms would also have a thing or two to say all the same, and we shall be looking also if she has. Also
and his daughter named Ashley. Isn't Biden?
Alice Smith.
Yeah, Ashley Biden.
The jury find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty. I'm going to ask that whoever just made an outburst be removed from the court, please.
You can't be in the court making an outburst and celebrating doing a dance.
As this court has indicated, I ask that there be no outbursts in the court, and I expect as much from the gallery. Please respect the court's desire for this as we move forward. If you feel like you need to make a comment or otherwise demonstrate with respect to the verdict, I do ask that you step out of the courtroom now. Count 2, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty. Count 3, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty. Count 4, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty.
Guilty on all counts.
Count 5, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty. Count 6, aggravated assault. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty. Count 7, aggravated assault. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty.
And that is the way the verdict was being made in court. And like I was saying, I would also have Al Sharpton say something on the same. I don't know. I think we lost Keith for a second. I think we have a kid. But honestly,
can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
So we know at bedtime advice would be, Ashley, let daddy put my hand over your mouth while I rip open your hymen. It's okay. Shh. Shh. Shh.
The wife probably knew of it. She did. The wife probably
Keith,
knew of the wife probably
what's
knew
a
of
hymen,
it.
Keith? Spice wants you to explain what a hymen is, Keith.
I don't know
what
what a hymen is.
I think Spice knows what
I do not need to know what a hymen. I
already
know what a hymen
is. Go into detail.
This is
in detail. What is the hymen?
Spice does not need to know.
He wants you to draw.
Hand over your mouth.
Spice wants you to draw a detailed description of what the hymen is.
No, so what will happen is that kid will call up a TI to the stand so that TI can also talk about the daughter and the hymen as well.
TI's daughter.
Let me share with us the sentiments by right here.
What happened? What Mike say?
He said T.I. was gonna assist you with the hymen description.
Let's get another step.
Get my daughter's hymen. I investigated her hymen.
You're digitizing. I can't even hear what you're saying. But anyhow, let's shut up.
When we first heard,
I said T.I. was talking about digital. I was talking about investigating his daughter's hymen. Remember?
That is what he is best at. So we'll let him do it.
With Baker and many other ministers, we're here at the end of what we hope will be justice. We want this mother, Wanda Cooper Jones.
This crazy old bastard here.
We'll be here. They sat and heard some of the most racist statements made in a court of law that I've heard.
See, that nigga gotta talk slow because he's mumble mouth. They said here and listen to some of the most racist things on the planet.
In the decade, yeah.
Are you gonna hurry up and speak, you mumble mouth moron, before we all go to sleep?
Is that his mother, Ahmaud Arbery's mother, having her Foxy Brown moment right there?
Yeah, on the side. Yeah, it's her. I know her from previous videos. It's her. And then we have the daddy.
I don't even know. You know his coon ass had a mama. let me talk to you, baby girl, about your son getting his head blown out. What'd you say? I said jabba dabba 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 do. I mumble about Sharpton for you.
They almost kicked him out of the courthouse. You remember? They almost kicked him out of the courtroom.
Courtroom where a victim was akin to an animal, talking about dirty toenails, like he was not even a human, but an animal.
You know, white people laugh their ass off that they created this goofy Negro into a fake leader. This is the most moronic, most morose, most unintelligent Negro on the. This motherfucker's a walking moron. I mean, literally, he is literally a. When you look at the word moron, you see his drippy head ass in the dictionary.
Talk about Al Sharpton.
Yeah.
And the fact of the matter that Al Sharpton has never answered to people, him being questioned about being an FBI agent and informant.
Yeah.
Man, when did his services to the FBI ever stop? Is he still on the payroll? That's what I want to know.
And that was a fact back in the damn 1980s. He was a snitch.
I would agree, but let me take us all the way back to that we can also see the examination away a little bit further before we continue. And this is what was going on. The moments after he was killed, this is exactly the same thing that was going on. These are a little bit of
body camera video showing investigators questioning the three men accused of murdering Ahmaud Arbery was released this week. In the video, the man who filmed Arbery being shot and killed, William Roddy Bryan, admits he tried to block Arbery several times to keep him from getting away. News for Jack's reporter Kelly Wiley walks us through the video.
Should we been chasing him? I don't know.
Newly released body camera videos show interviews with the three suspects at the center of Ahmaud Arbery's death. In the newly released clips, you hear William Roddy Bryan tell investigators he tried to block Arbery, fearing he would get away.
They got down to the end down there somewhere. I must have passed him because I pulled out of my driveway, was going to try to block him. He was going all around it, and I made a few moves at him, and he didn't stop.
Bryan's attorney, Kevin Goff, first said back in May, Bryan did not participate in the shooting.
Roddy did not participate in the horrific killing of this young man.
911 CAD
This is a lie.
This week. In the video, the man who filmed Arbery being shot and killed, William Roddy Bryan, admits he tried to block Arbery several times to keep him from getting away. News for Jack's reporter Kelly Wiley walks us through the video.
Should we been chasing him? I don't know.
Newly released body camera.
You hear him?
Should we been chasing him? I don't know. Should we blew his head off? I don't know, but we did it.
If their mouth is moving, one thing I learned a long time ago: if the mouth of a white person is moving, they lying. It's as simple as that. Lies, nothing but lies.
So, the prosecutor, the defense was saying that he did not participate. In the first place, he said that this Roddy did not participate in the whole thing. But he said himself, I was trying to stop him from getting away a couple of times. And then all these other things I did. So all these other counts, guilty. But then again, like Kazo was saying, we should not be really just looking at these as a whole settlement of it. They might give him 3 months or whatever other time they would like to give him, but that would be a miscarriage of justice.
Videos show interviews with the three suspects at the center of Ahmaud Arbery's death. In the newly released clips, you hear William Roddy Bryan tell investigators he tried to block Arbery, fearing he would get.
And he didn't stop.
Bryan's attorney, Kevin Goff.
I think it's going back the same reports at the end of the day, but nonetheless, that is a little bit of what is happening. I have not seen Mayor Keisha Bottom's response. Go on.
I just wanted to say that Ahmaud Arbery was a suburban brother. You could tell he didn't have any street smarts because he wouldn't have stayed on the sidewalk. He would have went across a field, or he wouldn't have stayed to where a truck couldn't sit there and drive right next to him or try to run him over like they were doing. All of this occurred on city streets. All of this occurred between city streets and sidewalks. So I mean, brothers know that if somebody's after you, you cut across yards, you cutting across backyards, everything. You doing all of that. You don't just sit there. I mean, and I'm not trying to blame the victim or nothing because obviously he didn't know he was going to get killed. And in hindsight, we can all say what he shoulda, coulda, woulda did. But just the way he handled himself, they can't say that they felt threatened by that man at all because he wasn't carrying himself like somebody that was, you know what I'm saying, about that action like that. He wasn't carrying himself like that at all.
I lost the audio.
I hear you, Spikes.
Oh, okay. I think I can hear you as well. But nonetheless, I was just saying that at some point there was these Mayor Keisha Bottoms who was saying that it left her fearful of her sons. But then again, I think right now I think it might be too early for her to make any statement because she was the one, the mayor of Georgia, and perhaps she should have also say something regarding the same. But nonetheless, we also do have Linda Danny Koski. That name sounds like it's a Russian name. I don't know where the name might be from, but she was the one who was on this particular case.
Afraid for your son?
I am always afraid for my sons. And I really grapple with this as a mother because in my family, the worst has happened. My 18-year-old nephew was murdered in a case of mistaken identity. Now, that was a different set of circumstances. And the young men that were convicted of killing
Hold it
him
right
were
quick, Spikes, please.
Go on.
First thing,
Mm.
fear is contagious. Fear is contagious. And what they are doing is they are projecting fear when she's talking about she's fearful for her children, she's fearful for her son, and she's talking about her nephew. So we all either have a nephew, we all either have a son or a nephew, some male family member that we can relate to, that this fear that we can actually pick up the vibration that she's putting out there. Because once you start vibrating in fear, you're not thinking logically at all. So we have to understand that. Additionally, Obama said the same thing when Tamir Rice was killed and nothing was done. The officer got off. Remember when Tamir Rice was killed and Obama said, that looks like he could be my son. He looks like me. Remember that? And nothing happened to that officer. So all of this relating to that could be your child or that could be your nephew, it means nothing. It means nothing at all. But they're doing that psychologically to reduce your power and your cognitive thinking ability.
I remember Obama also, they were using also Obama for the same purpose of actually just spreading a peace, fear. And he also did say that he was not able to speak on issues because there was a systematic racism, which not really racism, but he was not able to speak on these murders of black people because there was what can I call it? There was like a ceiling, or there was like a glass ceiling, and you cannot really get past that where willpower rests. But these also are the family and also the prosecutor, who was, of course, I said her name is rather difficult. It sounds like a Russian name, like Linda Dani Koski. Let me play also what she had to say on sale.
Hello, my name is Latonia Behinds. I am the Executive Assistant District Attorney for the Cobb County District Attorney's Office. I bring you greetings and remarks from our District Attorney, Flynn D. Brody Jr., who was appointed as District Attorney Pro Tem for this case and for the prosecution of this case. Unfortunately, he was not able to be here due to a family medical emergency. First and foremost, we want you to know that from the moment this case came to our office, it was our foremost goal to ensure that we got justice for Ahmaud Arbery's family. And in particular, we are...
This is also a lie because from what I saw earlier with different comments, it took a whole lot of time before this particular case got to where even getting addressed. I have seen different people also putting out the same information on the same one. Someone did say that let me also say, let me share these on what was said regarding. It took a whole lot of time before even this particular case was also considered. They might have even just let it slip and let it go because it's like a norm.
The woman that was just talking, it's easy to see she don't miss many meals. And when you're not used to missing meals, you're willing to do and say whatever you need to do and say to continue your meals, to continue eating. So I'm saying I don't trust that little Miss Piggy, little Joker. That's what I'm saying. I don't trust her.
But I would say even it took a whole lot of time before this
Meal,
particular
you
case.
can't be fucking with my pork chops, nigga. These are my pork chops. So it's like,
No, I'm just saying that
What you say,
even this.
Keith? It sounds like you still saying Hyman.
oh no,
No,
I
he
said
said
pork chops. I
he
said
said
pork
turkey.
chops.
Oh,
He didn't say Hyman. He said turkey. But
I
nonetheless,
said,
I
oh, okay.
there's this particular tweet that I came across, and it actually has a lot of weight because this particular case was not even to be taken seriously. It just happened to have gotten the spotlight. They said, remember, if local authorities in Georgia had their way, no one would have ever been charged for the murder of Ahmed Abri. It took 2 weeks of protest before the charges were even brought in this case. 24 days after Abri was shot and killed in February 2020. So
yeah,
it took
they weren't
24
trying to
days.
convict nobody.
Yeah, 74 days
Clean,
before you.
open, clear murder. Open, clear murder. They weren't gonna try to convict nobody. They were trying to hide it, cover up, and everything else. Except for that, except for that
And
footage
they
coming
had
out.
plenty of time to get. They had plenty of time to get their affairs in order before they was taken into custody. Plenty of time.
And also, the way they were bringing it up is that Gregory Mark Michael had contacts with the local police. So even if it was taking the station, they would still be they are friends with whomever was running that particular station, or whomever were involved with dealing with this case. And that is why even when they go to the actual the crime scene, they first went to deal with what was going on with the perpetrators. They did not even deal with the victim. They were just there. The victim might have been still alive or probably not dead. But then again, they did not bother. They went straight to the perpetrators, the murderers, and asking them questions like he was saying. Benjamin Crump was saying, he was asking them, "Are you okay?" That is the people who were murdering them and had taken a shot.
And that's something that I've seen time and time and time again in these different scenarios. And I've actually seen it firsthand with my own two eyes when I was leaving a club one time. But what's up with the police not allowing ambulances to provide assistance or them providing assistance to these black men after they get shot and their lives could have been saved, but they don't do anything and they let these people bleed out? What is that all about? Because
It's
that's something we need to talk
about
about.
torture, about enjoying the torture. Like
So
an
also we
animal.
remember.
Like when a lion, like when a lion sits there with a elk's neck in his mouth, it's enjoying the kill. You forget white people are a pack animal. You tell people understand they are a pack animal because they got dog genetics. They're a pack animal. So they get high off of when they come together and see the kill just like a pack does. And then they act just like a pack afterwards. They start playing and joking with one another after the kill is done, like a pack of wolves do.
That's why even this camera guy was attracted to the chase. He didn't have to be there, but he saw the thing happening and he had to turn up.
Yeah,
This
pack
Robbie,
animal.
yeah. So he had to turn up and also enjoy this park that was chasing after
Yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
because what Keith is saying is hitting on something because I've literally seen black men get shot at the club, and it wasn't like a lethal like shot in the head. They got shot in the chest, but for over an hour and a half, the police wouldn't allow any assistance to be provided to these individuals, and they slowly died. They went from talking and saying they okay to struggling to breathe and laying down and drowning in their own body. You know what I mean? And drowning in blood. And I've seen this more times than I want to count. And there's nothing being done about it. And it's just like they all come around and they watch. Once they die, all the white officers want to go and get a peep at the body. They want to look and they laughing and they talking about the Broncos and all kind of stuff. And it's a dead man right here.
They don't care. They could care less about if he's drowning or dying, or if drowning his own blood or dying. And I also do think that that is the same thing that happened with the case of you remember the brother that had a ski mask on, and he was murdered. You know, he was saying he's dying, and the police also killed him. He was saying he's dying, and they actually also gave him some medication, and they killed him even with the medication. I'm just trying to remember the name of this brother in Aurora, Colorado, the guy that they killed with the ski mask on. But nonetheless, they were having fun every other time. They were having fun. But this is a lady, and the girl
Exactly.
was
They
talking
were
about.
having fun. You talking about the package the same way they did with the brother up in Rochester, New York, when he was trying to get help, and they knew he had mental
Oh, that was
issues.
Elijah
Yeah, Elijah
Did
McClain, and also
Did you hear what I
Daniel.
said, Spice? Yeah.
Yeah, Elijah
Okay.
McClain, and also Daniel Prune. Daniel Prune was in
Yeah.
Rochester, New York, and the other one is in Aurora, Colorado. But they did, but they were having fun. They were enjoying him dying, and he was saying he was.
Exactly.
Yeah, they were having fun.
Very proud and thankful for the confidence that the family has given to us. We admire and commend the courage, the steadfastness, and the strength of Miss Wanda Cooper Jones, Ahmaud's mother, and Mr. Marcus Arbery Sr., the father of Ahmaud, in seeking this justice during this process. It has been a long road, and we are so happy that we're able to be here at this end of this road. We'd like to also say thank you, and we commend the courage and bravery of this jury to say that what happened on February 23rd, 2020 to Ahmaud Arbery, the hunting and killing of Ahmaud Arbery, it was not only morally wrong, but legally wrong. And we are thankful for that. We want to thank and
Let me share also.
some opportunity to have some remarks also from our team. So our senior,
I want to thank Little Debbie for making a bunch of snack cakes. I put in my gut every night.
Keith, you understand the legal ramifications. Why wouldn't they hold this press conference after sentencing as opposed to after conviction? You know what I'm saying? Because the sentencing is what it's really all about. It's not about the fact that they were found guilty. If they give them 6 months for each one of them charges, he's gonna be out in less than 10 years.
Yeah.
Is Keith still there?
But the thing Kelly is saying is that she also thinks
I
that
can't hear nothing. I'm in a bad area. I'm digitized. All I hear is digital. All I hear is somebody digitized. I'm in a bad area. I can't hear shit.
Kid, you're saying she should be thanking the people who made her pancakes in the morning. Is that what you're saying? I don't know if you can hear me, but let me continue.
I'm saying, can you hear me, Keith?
Go on.
Keith can't hear.
I can't hear nothing.
I was just saying. Okay.
I gotta be digitized, ain't I? Can you guys hear me?
I can
we can hear you.
All right, go. Yeah, all I heard was digitized. I know Zoe said about the legal, and he started sounding like a super robot. What about the legal ramifications of what?
Can you hear now, Keith?
Hey, now,
can you hear me now?
Yeah, hey now.
Okay, so I was just saying, why wouldn't they hold this conference, this press conference, after sentencing? Because we don't even know what the sentencing is going to be yet. Just because they were found guilty and convicted, don't mean that they're going to get any real time.
Exactly right. It's a bad move and it's a bad look. That's people trying to do attention whoring. They try to take some credit where we knew they was going to get convicted, but like you said, we don't know what they're going to be convicted, what are their actual charges going to be. So this is premature. This is premature. But this is people attention whoring.
And they're celebrating way too early. I would also say the same. They are celebrating way too early.
Because we don't know. We don't know what they're going to be sentenced to.
And I mean, and Benjamin Crump is right there on the left hand of the screen. So he's supposed to be an experienced attorney. He should know this. This is what I'm saying. Is he really an officer for that white legal system or for the black legal system? And we already know it's only one legal system.
You only got two choices, So either he's that incompetent, what you saying? Oh, he's in on the gag. There's no your two choices. Either he's incompetent as hell.
He's in.
Oh, he's in on it.
He's in.
So I see,
He's in.
I see a comment from our sister Nish. You saying a little Debbie snack cakes. Yes, these particular press conference was brought to you courtesy of a little Debbie snack cakes, and that is what she forgot to say on her presentation. The courtesy, they're sponsored by Will Debbie snack cakes right there. And brother Lando, you
if
say
you're gonna go to Africa and get your little Debbie's, they're gonna be 10 times the price.
I don't think we have the franchise.
The Debbie's cost a big dollar.
In America, you get little Debbie's for $1. You go to Africa, you're gonna pay $10 for little Debbie's. Shit.
These ideas actually, like this was a victory. Aubrey is dead. Land, this behavior of killing black men isn't going to stop. And Natalie says someone gets it. Natalie, I haven't seen it for a minute, but I thank you so much for joining us on the show, brother. And also, Mr.
Yeah, but I think black people now I think black people are learning to stop playing around. That's why we showed that little 14-year-old girl and her daddy out there. I think black people finally got the Negro wake-up call. You can't have distractions like jumping on milk crates and all other goofy nonsense. You better get that still, because you never know what white supremacy is gonna run on you, and you're gonna have to lay raw justice down on their heads.
You remember the two the couple that came out, the lawyer that came out in was it?
Yeah, that was in Missouri. That was in St. Louis.
Yeah, they came out, and they have also been applauded in Carrington House, with the case of Carrington House being just so it's the same thing. You never know what they have, because they did have guns. The wife was holding.
Yeah, they came out the house. They wouldn't go. They were just going past their house. They wouldn't even bother. They came out with their automatic weapons. You niggas better be peaceful. What are you talking about? We're not here for you. What are you wrong with you? Well, you're black, and we'll blow your damn head off.
That is exactly what was going on. And right now, they feel vindicated because there is a support.
They wasn't even there to see them people. It had nothing to do with them. So why were you there? Because white people are hypersensitive and scared that you're going to do rightful justice to their ass. It's long overdue. Long overdue. And that justice is coming. Like I said, by 2050, one in every goddamn 2 people on the planet will be African if they don't get us now. At least 4.5 to 5 billion people by 2050 will be African. I told you, African will rule by force, be given power by force, or peaceably, because there will be no race on the planet that can stop them. Whether they be Asian, Caucasian, East Indian, their numbers are dwindling. African is surging. That's why they must give you the double Big Mac right now. That's why they in Kenya pushing the double Big Mac.
I've realized is that they push this agenda of fear so strongly because that is an emotion that they feel. They are constantly in fear, constantly fearful of them losing their grasp on power and the control that they have globally.
Exactly. Scared to death, but it's going to come. It's going to come. Even the most moronic Negro can't go wrong when you got 5 billion people. You only need a billion of them to get right. The other ones can be complete, absolute morons. Yeah, we can have a surplus of 4 billion morons. Have 1 billion righteous black people. What you have? Go put in some work. I'm gonna be alive. Make sure I eat right and I'm living. I say, young cats, don't kill me. I'm one of the good guys. Kill Spike's ass. He been messing with little girls' hymens.
No, you won't tell them. Kid will be saying you have seen me. You will be saying you have seen me on the Black on Friday from talking about young girls. Hymning. I'm one of the good guys. You can spare me. You can spare me. You will be listening to that. Anyhow, family, I just see a comment from my sister Anish saying now their history and are going back to where they came from. And I also double big double big mark. Mr. LPN is laughing at that. Saying that again is something else. But nonetheless, what has been going on is right now is that people are maybe celebrating way too early. That is what we have come a conclusion to. That the celebration is premature. Just your celebration way too early. And tomorrow they might come up and say, "Oh, we're giving them 10 months each." And what do you do then after these big press conferences? After thanking the people that made you pancakes, it would be a shame. That is what is going on.
Thank you very much. But this was a team effort. I want everyone to know that this was a gigantic team effort. DA Flynn Brody put his faith and trust in our team, and I could not have done it without my trial partners. They were all very, very instrumental in making this happen. We had so many people on the team that helped to bring justice. Really appreciate the support that we had and the faith from Mr. Arb, been with us and have put their faith in us and trusted us.
She made it seem like a superstar from a basketball match where they just won. As well.
Yeah, because they weren't going to do nothing to begin with. Remember, they tried to cover it up. They said, "Oh, so great. We've got justice, and we've all had contributing people with lots of help." No, you didn't. You only did it because the damn video came out, open homicide. It was nothing to see. It was a cover-up, and nobody was trying to move until that video came out, proving without a shadow of a doubt that this man was murdered in cold blood.
74 days. 74 days before they even go to a level where we would
exactly killed for nothing but being black or being black. Make sure we understand that. Ahmed Arbery was killed because he was a black man. Nothing more, nothing less.
You remember there was some people. You remember there was some people who also have been hanging around the same building because they were saying, "Oh, we were chasing after him because we think he was a suspect from a building. Supplies were being taken from the building, a construction site, and that is why we had to go after him." But there were other people who are white people just hanging around.
That was a lie. What about it? The people that own the building said we had no steps from this damn property. That was a lie.
Yeah, they tried.
That was a cover the police tried to pull out. And the people that own the property said, "We've had no steps from this property. We don't know what the hell they're talking about. Ain't nobody stole nothing from here."
Yeah.
Because that was the thing. We've been having thefts, numerous thefts of construction sites in the neighborhood, which is an absolute lie. What's he gonna be doing? Run down the street carrying building supplies? What the fuck is he gonna do with it?
jogging with the building supplies, and just
exactly, just moronic ass shit.
But nonetheless, family, before we wind up, I just want to talk about briefly these are Haitian situation. We know that Haiti right now is at a country that is still rocked with chaos because we did have the killing of the president earlier on this year. But now the immigrants are still stuck at Mexico, southern Mexico, where they are still trying to find
you got 20,000 alone. You got 20,000 kids. You got 20,000 them kids missing. They already sacrificed their ass, got their organs, and they're unaccounted for. They got 20,000 little kids missing. And bust their ass, and then no one can find their ass. Ain't that funny? Where these 20,000 kids at? And it took them on them underground, them deep underground bases. Then molested their ass, tapped them in the head, got their adrenochrome,
they were
organ harvest their ass, then sacrificed them to Moloch.
They were missing. But you can see even from this caravan,
and Moloch was in there breaking their hymens. Go ahead, Spike.
You can see from this caravan, children also all missing.
That's the word of the day. This is Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Word of the day.
Good, Spike.
But I'm just saying, leave it alone. These are you also find children on the same caravan. Some of them might also be reported missing. Like you
Did I lose? Did we lose Spikes? Or did I get lost? I probably got lost.
I still hear you, Keith.
But they have been asking
Oh,
that they be allowed to move freely, the Haitian migrants in southern Mexico. Press officials to let them
You'll
move
be allowed
freely.
to move
And
freely
of
straight
course, what
up,
is happening?
straight to
Two
them deep
caravans of
underground
migrants,
military
largely from
bases.
Haiti and Central
That's
America,
where you're
have
allowed
departed
to
from the
move.
southern city of Tapachula in recent weeks, making many taking off on foot for the long journey in hoping of reaching the U.S.-Mexico border. Thousands of people have also remained in Tapachula, close to Guatemala border, where they are applying for refugee status and hope to receive visas to let them transit in the country. About 130,000 people will have requested asylum and all protected status by the year's end. So I think this is way too much. Thousands of them have been deported, but we still have also many tens of thousands also looking to get this particular status. And I don't think it's going to get any different. It might be the same thing deporting. You might get into the US, but also get deported. Kemite Gamer, you saying have we got just go on?
That's what I just seen that Spikes, right when you highlighted it. Highlighted it. Is this somebody who's
Well,
normally in the chat? I'm wondering.
yeah,
I'm wondering, is this somebody that one of these white supremacists pretending to
surely.
be
Nah, no,
pretending to be a
it's a brother. I bet it's a
What
brother on the
happened? What
chat.
they say?
It's too premature.
What happened? What
It's
they
too
say?
premature. It's too premature. He's saying we got justice for Ahmed. There is no justice yet. It's too premature to say that there is
got
justice.
justice for Ahmaud Arbery?
Not yet.
It's premature. Yeah.
I hope we get. I hope we get justice for Ashley Biden for daddy busting open a hymen.
There will be no justice. But I was saying he will be fumbling. He will be saying things that he was saying about his wife getting, his family getting banned, in this house. So he will also come up saying things that he did in his pedophilia reign, and that will also get him. It will be his own evidence, being his own words being used against him. But nonetheless, Kermit Gamer, I think it's too early. And Derek Asking, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. And also, I was saying that for the Asians, things will continue happening. Please do not, not leave.
Ashley Biden's gonna be seeing them Barney hymns. My dad loves me. I love my dad. My dad bust my hymen wide open. Can I get some help? And I will be okay.
I just leave that.
So my hymen can't see another day.
I just leave Kid alone on his song, but nonetheless, you said I hope they get life in jail. They might be a slap on the wrist, just a few months or maybe a couple of years. But we shall wait on that, because right now it's a good step, but it's too early. I think it's too early. But I want to thank everyone for joining us on the broadcast for today, and I hope that you also get a productive remaining part of the day. And I also want to invite closing comments from Keith, and also so if you would like to share anything as you wind up. I know Keith will talk about the him and Ashley.
I'm letting Zoe go first.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so if you all could get a chance, check out that documentary on Hulu. If you have Hulu, it's called A Glitch in the Matrix. Just check that out and peep. We refer to these people differently. We might say that they stuck, in the documentary they talk about forgot what they call the terminology. It's in the video game when it's actual characters that you don't interact with in video games. You just walk right past them and they don't really mean anything. They actually talk about people. There are people in this holographic reality that are like that, and we call them these low vibrational avatars to these demons. We know who they talking about, but yeah. Just check it out. It's a good little documentary.
I'm gonna check it out. I'm thinking it's a documentary because I would have been looking under the movie for the shit. I'm glad you said it's a documentary. I was looking for them under the movie. All right, I'm gonna check it out.
Kid always like to joke and say that the only movie I've watched is Altered Carbon. You might as well decide to check it out.
That's what you're gonna say. That movie's like this reminds me of Altered Carbon. so
No, I thought I watched those movies, but there's another movie I know of where we do have a bleed, something to do with that bleed, and I thought it was the same. But nonetheless, also give us your remark. But please,
Say much
just leave
love,
alone with
family.
us.
Much love,
Yeah.
family. Come back on tonight because I'm gonna go on the network tonight. Cause hell, I gotta do some shows on the network. Spend all the damn money and ain't doing those shows ain't good. So I gotta do show. I'm gonna do a bunch of stringer shows on the network this week. This Thanksgiving, this festive weekend. We're gonna go in depth.
Everyone gets it.
We're gonna go in depth into Joe Biden, and busting Ashley Biden's hymen. We gotta go in depth, family. We gotta go where no one wants to go.
Aren't you going to let people have their turkey in peace? You should let
You can
people
never
have the
say
turkey in
hymen too many times.
Yeah, it's all of
We gotta go deep into Ashley Biden's hymen, Spikes. Deep. We must go deep diving into Ashley Biden's hymen.
Let people have their
Deep
turkey
into
in
the
peace.
cavity, deep into the cavity of her diary.
Right, we gotta go deep diving into Ashley Biden's hymen.
Full-fisted.
Why was a nasty daddy? What was a nasty daddy doing, Spikes, with that hymen?
Her dad went missing because the mother took it from her, and she didn't want the husband to be implicated in everything that he did. But anyhow, this is us saying out. It has been a pleasure. Thank you so much for being us on.
Much love, family.
Much love.
See you about later on the night where we do investigative studies into Ashley Biden's hymen. Later on Blackout 5 60 Minutes. It's called Hymen Gate. Hymen Gate. where your butt cheeks are bloody with hymen juice. Much love, family.
Nobody type the word hymen in the chat.
Let me type it for the family in our capital.
What about the capital, Spikes?
Let me type it for the family in capital.
Go ahead. Hymen capital. Is your hymen swollen? You might have been abused by Joe Biden. What is that?
You type hymen, Keith. It did Spike type hymen.
Spike said
Two type hymen.